going to show you how we made this lantern swag and bow. Julie with Southern Charm Wreath has an excellent video out there showing you how to make a swag and how to do the funky bow using different ribbons. And this is just such a really good way to use up your odd remnants on your ribbon, because you just cut ribbon strips from several different kinds of ribbons and use it. So it's a great way to finish up those rolls of ribbon that you've got on your craft table. Okay, let's get started. This is an old glass lantern that I painted a few weeks ago with some chalk paint. It was all old, black, and rusty, and I had some leftover chalk paint, so I redid it. I have 2 of these. So I'm going to decorate one, I think, with an autumn swag, and I've picked out several different sprays that we have. I'm not sure exactly which ones we'll use yet, but we'll pick those out in a little bit. The first thing that I want to do is make a bow. To make our bow, this is what's called a funky bow. Julie with Southern Charms Wreath has a great video out there that tells you how to do this. We're going to try to make one like hers. I cut my ribbon strips. My lantern is pretty tall, so I need my strips to hang down you know, pretty far. So I cut my ribbon strips anywhere from 30 to 40 inches. I cut about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 pieces of ribbon. And I have some of this jute flex tubing too. But to make your bow, get your right side of your ribbon up, and you're gonna pinch in the center, and we're gonna make a 6-inch loop bow. And I have my table marked for 12 inches, so when I fold it, I have a 6-inch loop. So when you fold it, you want to make sure that you pinch it together and fold it, and make sure that your right sides are both up. Okay? Just hold that pinched. Take another ribbon. I chevron all the ends of my ribbon strips too. Of course, on this burlap, it doesn't have a right or wrong side, so it doesn't matter about it. Now on this scarecrow ribbon, I want to make sure that I get my right side up, make my loop, and then make sure that my right side stays up so that my tails will be turned right. All these ends don't have to be the same. Sorry, I've got the sniffles. Some of my ribbon is pretty thick, so it makes it a little harder to hold. Okay, you hold, got them all. tail together there. I'm going to go around it with a chenille stem. Going to secure it very tightly, tight as you can get it. Okay. Now all your ribbons should be face up, all your tails should be face up. You take your chenille stem and just spread it out. I'm going to start shaping our loops. We also want to bring some of our tails to the back of the bow. So just pick out some of your tails and bring it up over that chenille stem. Okay. Then you're going to secure your chenille stem again. Okay. Now, we can do more shaping of our bow once we get it on top of our lantern. All right, now let's go to our lantern swag. I picked out several different swags because I wasn't quite sure which ones I was going to use. If you have a spray that's much like this, it's really very full, very large, you don't need to do much to it. You may want to add in a little something to, make your colors blend and that sort of thing. But this is our largest spray, so for this lantern, so that's going to be my primary piece. Now what I'm going to do is create one side of the swag to hang off a little longer than it does on the other side. So I'm going to take this spray and then I'm going to use this end to create the spray for the other side. I like these cotton boll sprays. This spray comes just like this. It has some cotton bolls and little squiggly things, so I think I'm going to use it. I'm going to have more on the right side, less on the left side. So I'm just going to kind of lay things in here right now and just kind of eyeball it and see how it's going to do. I have this persimmon berry spray also. That's a nice spray all by itself, and I think I might put that on that end like that. And then I have another cotton ball spray that's really very thick, but it's just all cotton balls. So I have taken a couple of pieces off of it, and I think I'll wire these in on this side just to make the sides blend a little bit. And then we'll secure our bow in the middle. And then we can always add in, a little gourd or pine cones or leaves to add in any more color. I'm not going to cut the ends of my sprays off just yet. I'm going to secure it first. I'm going to go ahead and secure these pieces together that I've got in my hand. Going to put a couple of zip ties around that. Now on this end, I'm just going to take these little pieces of the cotton boll spray, and I'm going to wire right into the spray using, you know, the limbs on the spray. If you have anything that's too loose, you can always slip a zip tie around it. Okay, now we can always position this more and add in more even after we get it on top of our lantern. So we're going to take the chenille stems and we're going to attach the bow to the spray, to the swag. Now we're going to attach the swag to the lantern using some ribbon or roping. I'm just going to use a piece of that jute roping, jute flex tubing. I'm going to attach mine from both sides. It's a little floppy. My lantern is kind of pointy on top, and I think it'll sit better if I tie it and tie it in two places. Okay, now what we're going to do is just kind of reposition our bows, reposition the swag. If we need to cover up any places, you can always add in, you can fill in with more cotton bolls or leaves. You can take other sprays and just cut little pieces off. If you have a hole somewhere that you need to cover up, you can hot glue these in or wire in with floral wire. We have several different sprays. This is our lantern after we finished, and we have these little raz elves. I stuck those up there. I thought that were cute. This is the first time Raz has come out with elves for the fall. But we have several different sprays at Trendy that you might want to use. This is a Raz spray that's got a cotton boll in it and some yellow flowers. This persimmon berry spray that we used. And this is a corn husk spray that's got some really pretty gold and yellow leaves and a little bit of corn husk. This is a spray that the leaves look like cork, and you can just really spread those out or cut that up into smaller pieces if you needed it. And this is also, it's a leather-like poinsettia. It has rusty bells. I thought it really would look good with the cotton ball sprays too. I really like that. Let's see. I think that's about all that I brought with me today. But there's our lantern swag. And you want to position your ribbons where they don't cover up what's inside your lantern. And Julie had a really good hint about using glue dots. If your ribbon just keeps falling back in the wrong place, you can just put a glue dot and stick it to another piece of ribbon or stick it to the top of the lantern somewhere. And don't forget, you know, to go back, if you have any gaps and holes, you can always fill in with some little odd leaves or pieces of sprays. And she suggested taking hot glue and gluing any additional items like that to the ribbon itself. I don't have a hot glue gun with me. I'm working from the shop out at the house right now, so I don't have the hot glue gun out here. So if you have any little gaps, you could just fill that in with a little piece of leaf, or you could take one of these little sprays and take it apart and use like the corn husk and so forth. So that's it. Thanks for dropping by. Be sure and give us a like if you like the video, and subscribe to our channel so you won't miss the next one. Thanks for dropping in. Bye-bye.